Dorota. I am Lynka.
I am Jola. I am Lynka.
I am Mietek and I am Lynka.
I'm Tomek and I am Lynka.
I'm Gosia and I am Lynka.
I'm John and I am Lynka.
The seeds of Lynka are in the fall of communism in Poland, in Central Europe actually. This fall started in Poland with the elections of June the 4th, and then it was followed by the fall of communism in Czechoslovakia, in Hungary, and in East Germany with the fall of Berlin Wall, and at the end of it, this bloody revolution in Romania. The MB Enterprise Corps. It was a program under which American volunteers were coming to different Central European countries, and they were joining companies or sometimes some other institutions, and were helping them in the process of transformation toward democracy and capitalism. There were two people, John Lynch and Kalen. Most of American volunteers were going back to their homeland, but John and Ann decided to stay and start their own company called Lynka.
So I guess the first milestone of Lynka was when we founded the company back in June of 1992. We did it right here on Grodziera 3/10. That's Aleja Grodziera in Krakow. And the building over my shoulder, that's the first headquarters of Lynka. By 1992, there were many people coming to Krakow and asking where can they buy t-shirts with Krakow or Wawel or Poland on it, and the answer was you can't. And so from that, the idea for Lynka was born. Afterwards, we hired our first employee, Teresa. We worked right upstairs in this apartment on Grodziera. It was just the three of us. Not much money, but a lot of enthusiasm and a big idea for the future.
Kamieniem milowym w historii Lynki było utworzenie produkcji w 1993 roku. Jestem najstarszym pracownikiem niemalże. Pierwsze moje jak gdyby przyjście do firmy było tak naprawdę tak, jakbym weszła do domu, gdyż były tylko 3 pomieszczenia. W jednym znajdowała się mała ręczna maszyna, w drugim jakaś tam naświetlarka, jakieś tam pseudobiuro.
In 1997, we had a relationship with an American company called Mirror Image in Boston, who was one of the top screen printers in the United States. And we agreed to sign a technology agreement where they came to Poland, taught our people how to print at this high quality level. And we even sent quite a number of our printers to the United States to work for several weeks in order to learn the business there. So once that happened, it put Lynka in another league.
My name is Rick Roth. I have a nickname, Biscuit, in Polish. They call me Herbotnik. When we first got to Lynka, they couldn't print to save their lives, really. I mean, they were trying and they were so close, but they just needed a little bit more information. They didn't really need training from the ground up. They just needed a few things that they were doing changed. And they went from really not very good to 7 months later, they printed this, the Mazowszanka, which is a Polish water bottle company, and they did this perfect reproduction. They were able to do it on their own, and really the sky's been the limit since, and Lynka is one of the best printing companies in the whole world, and they have deserved everything they got because they started from very humble beginnings and they figured all of this out.
1997 was such a big year for Lynka because that's when we won our first printing award. John gathered us at production and he told us, and just called me, and we won the gold medal. The room went crazy. No one could believe it. We were one of the best in the world. This was the first time in SGIA history when the company outside the USA won the gold medal.
When we moved into our new factory, and it was in March 2000, and it was a very important day in our history. We were all proud of the old Lynka building, but honestly, it wasn't very nice. The builder started working in November 1999, and we moved in March 2000. When we moved into a new building, everybody was so proud. It was so big and so beautiful. all the employees felt so much better, and so did Lynka clients.
I've been at Lynka since the very beginning, but one of the days that really stands out in my mind is our first PSI trade show in Düsseldorf in 2005. Until then, Lynka was selling almost entirely in Poland. When Poland joined the EU in 2004, it opened up the way for us to start exporting products all over Europe. On our booth at PSI, we had hundreds of new clients from all over Europe. Germany, Austria, Switzerland, France, Holland, Belgium, and across whole Scandinavia. Today, thanks to that first PSI show, we supply hundreds of promotional companies in 22 countries.
The global recession 2009-2010 was a tough time for everyone. However, in 2011, Lynka bounced back strongly with its best ever financial performance. That was also an important year for Lynka, as we've been chosen as an official supplier by Nike. More than just a great sportswear brand, Nike is a very demanding client. So being chosen by Nike is a real distinction and highly regarded by the market. We were especially proud when the Polish national team took the field at Euro 2012 wearing Nike shirts that had the Polish eagle embroidered by Lynka. Nike even made a movie about it, filmed at Lynka, of course.
"2012, so here we are, 20 years later, little company of 3 people started in a back room with a closet of about 25 t-shirts, has grown into one of the leading companies in Europe of what we do. I'm very proud of what we've accomplished in these last 20 years. I'm very, very grateful to the people who have given us their confidence, from our clients, most of all, in Poland and across Europe, our employees who have stuck with us thick and thin, and our suppliers who, in many, many times, really were the difference between life and death. So we have many, many people to thank, and I'd like to just thank you for being with us here today and sharing us on this very, very important milestone, 2012. 20 years of Lynka, and we're just getting started.
100 lat Lynka.
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 100 lat Lynka.